Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Trisha at the Yankee Planner, and I'm just sitting down to plan out my week next week and thought I would flip the camera on here and see if I could create a plan with me to go along with it. As usual, I'm working on my plan to create inserts from Julie Kay, the week on 2 pages, and I print these myself at home, although if anybody follows me here and is interested in these inserts, they are now made available at felicityjane.com in a pre-printed form, which is really exciting. That's awesome. They're all bundled up in a full year and already printed out for you, so all the hassle is done. They're not dated and they're not punched, so they're completely flexible when you buy them that way. I haven't done that yet, but I am. I had mine kind of already printed out for the next month or so at home, so I'll probably get to that. All I have so far is sort of a color scheme. I had got the new Mamile inks, these pigment inks, and I am not typically much of a pigment ink user. I have a little bit of a harder time with them. Maybe it's inexperience with that style, but I kind of tend to smush a little and slide a little, and these have kind of changed my impression of pigment inks. They're a great quality. I love these pads. The colors are just so yummy, and they're really crisp. I don't get like that little halo, that squishy halo around the outside of my images. So great job, Mamile, for putting these out there, and I fell in love with this peony color, which is this one, and then this tangerine color, and then I'm pulling in a lighter pink from Stampin' Up! To kind of go along with them. So a pinky orange spread this week. And then I've just grabbed a bunch of stickers and stamps from my stash, and we'll see what comes together. Oh, and I did just pull a couple of washies as well. So my first thought this week was to try something totally different. I love this vertical format, and it occurred to me that if I extended these lines and really just took full use of the page from top to bottom, it would just give it a fresh look this week. I love it as is, but I'm always, trying to think outside the box, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna just try to use my ruler, and I'm using a gray, it's actually called Basic Gray marker from Stampin' Up, and I'm just gonna go top to bottom with these lines. And I think I'll do this outside one too, but I'll do that in a minute. So my lines are in, and I'm thinking I might run some washi across the existing day headers and use these large alphas. This is from Scraptastic Club, designed by Caitlin Schaefer, and use these just the initial of each day across the top, and then sort of the washi as a little border or a divider, and then start my day underneath. So let's see how that looks. Before I do my washi, I'm going to use a little corrective tape to white over these, just because the washi's a little bit, semi-transparent, and I don't want to see the dates through there. And I'm going to use this washi, and I don't want the red that's in it, so I think I'm going to just kind of patch it together, like cut and paste the bits where the red is. I have pulled out my stamping pad, the Stamper's Secret Weapon, because I'm going to now stamp these across the top. I've got my washi all laid out, and I'm going to grab these letters and stamp them across the top using that pigment ink from Mamile. Make sure those are very nicely covered with ink. Doesn't that give such a great image? Like, I'm just gonna pull that up a little closer to the camera. But there's no like squished out halo edges. It's just really nice and crisp, it feels to me, for a pigment ink. And the color is just gorgeous. This is the Peony Pink. I'm gonna go ahead and stamp out the rest of these. So my headers are all stamped out, and I have some stickers in sort of that tangerine apricot color and the pink that are from another kit from Libby & Co. off of Etsy. And I think I'm going to be able to incorporate some of those, as well as some other miscellaneous stickers from my stash. So I'm going to take a peek at my week and see what I have going. I know that I'm going to just move this second half off to the side for right now and work on the first half. So I know that on Monday we have late start at school, and I'm going to just go ahead and put a sticker down for that. And there is this larger checklist box I'm going to put here. I really don't have too many appointments or commitments during the day. They're in the later afternoon. So I think I'm going to put my checklist of to-dos here, and then I'll put my appointments down below for Monday. And I have a little sticker. This comes from Villa Beautiful from Tiffany, and this is a little clear sticker that just says to do, real small, and I might just put that at the top of that list. This actually has, I'm wondering if it would be cute, I might test this out, to have the days written across their initial. Would that be cute? Maybe it would. Well, I think it would. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to have that little scripty sticker. So this sticker sheet has all of the days of the week as well in this beautiful font. And it looks really cute over this big block. So I think I'm going to incorporate that up here at the top. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And I'll do the other half when I get to that sheet. But these will be my to-dos for the day. And then I'm going to pop in this little header from Planner Kate that says appointments. And I'm going to use this, one of my very fave trusty, just sort of appointment blocks from Studio L2E, to mark a couple of appointments in here. And I will stamp those in. I think I'll do those in the lighter shade, this Blushing Bride. I take that back. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, but once it is, you know, with pigment inks, you just need to give them a few extra seconds here so they don't smear. But I'm going to do a trick that I've done with this stamp before, which is just to use this white broad gel pen and just write in the initial of the person that this event is for. So this is my kids have piano lessons at 4, and I'm just going to jot their initial in once that's dry. And in the meantime, I'll just write the appointment in. And the next one, stamped right below. And that time I used the Mamile Tangerine pigment ink. And another one of my favorites, if you have a slightly larger time block for an event, is this one with the little flag. So I'm going to use this one for my last event. Sometimes these little rollerball pens, just to kind of get the ink flowing, I just like rub them right on my finger. So now I have the initials in there. So I'm on to Tuesday for the moment, and I have this set. This is from Bo Bunny, and see the top there? And it's icons, and it has a ton of little, you know, bits and icons, and they're all sort of whimsical designs, and they have a little cupcake in there, and we have a birthday in our family, so I'm going to use that tiny little cupcake stamp and indicate that here on Tuesday. So I'm going to this sticker book from Villa Beautiful, which has some of these pinks in there, and I'm going to there's a divider. I think I'm going to use this little black and white. It's almost like a washi, and I'm going to put it across these 2 days because I have another sort of all-day thing that I'm going to indicate up here. Oh, did I make it crooked? Try that again. Hey, don't peel at my paper. That's a little better, I think. So just a little visual divider there, and then again, it seems that my days don't have too many activities, but my after school time does. So I think I'm going to put my to-dos in the day area as well. Find a little, I'll put this little header. This also comes from that sticker book, and it says check it off. Now I'm back to Libby & Co, and there was a little checklist with hearts that wasn't the exact same color, but it was pretty close enough. So I'm just going to put that there and make that be my to-do checklist for that day. Putting that little sticker there. And I think I might go right along that outside into that. And on Wednesday, I do have a daytime event. I'm subbing in a tennis match. So I'm gonna stick that in here. And this sticker also came from that Libby & Co sheet, the same one as this one. So I'm grabbing this stamp again, and I have, my son has swim practice, this like tangerine orange color one. He has it every day, so I'm gonna try to line those up the best I can, even if it leaves some space above and below. So excuse my head. I think I'm gonna run a pen along this little sticker also. To give that a little more definition too. So I have this big checklist sticker, but it's not quite going to fit in there. Plus, because I have this going on in the middle of the day, I won't have probably time to run tons of errands. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one right down the line. And I will make it into 2 stickers that are a little bit more appropriately sized for my days here. So I'm going to just stick this one in here. And I may find a little header for that. And then I'm going to put this one back on the sheet and I may come back to that. So back on the Villa Beautiful sheet, there is another script header that says My Schedule, which might be slightly more appropriate for like appointments, but I think that'll work just fine for what I want to get done after tennis that day, since that's the day that my mother-in-law has my youngest, so I've got a little bit of time to myself. I'm purposely leaving the bottoms here because I will end up putting in my water trackers and a meal plan, but I'm kind of waiting to see how the rest of the week shakes out so I can see where I want to put those. So I think I'm going to come back to that. So I'm going to grab the second half of the week here, and I'm going to put in the script days over the top of the initials. So Thursday, I have an evening, like girls' night type of thing, and I'm gonna put it up, or put it down here at the bottom, just lower than where the swim practice thing is gonna line up, because I am gonna keep that going all the way across the bottom. And line up this large box because it's going to be kind of a whole evening event. And I've got this cute little flag with a lipstick on it, and so I might add that up here. And I even have let's see here. On this Bow Bunny set, there's a cute little shoe that I think makes sense for a girls' night, so I'm going to put that on here. And I'm going to stamp the shoe in pink. And again, on that sheet there is a little header that says Night Out, which I'm going to use up there. And then I'll write in the details. So that's how that looks. Really cute. And then I'm kind of working my way backwards up this day, but I'm going to line up my 2 pages so I can sort of visually align these swim practice stamps. Good. And he does not have that Saturday or Sunday, so just goes for these weekdays. And we have another birthday on Thursday, so I'm going to go back to that cupcake stamp. And I think I'm going to do it in this lighter ink. Ooh, it did not come out so nice. So the dye ink didn't work so great on this cupcake stamp, so I may cover this up with a sticker because I'm not happy with that result. So I put this little sticker in from the Libby & Co sheet. It doesn't entirely cover the stamp, but I'm hoping if I go back in and restamp it in the pigment ink, that those two little bits on the top and the bottom will be covered up enough that it'll look better. So let's try it. That's better. And hopefully the pigment ink will dry on this. We'll see. I'm going to go and use the other little heart checklist. And I'm going to leave room. I don't know what header I'm going to put there, but I'm going to find something. That'll be my to-dos for Thursday. So I'm just going to use a to-do header from Planner Kate. I'm going to do the same thing to this sticker and just run my pen along the outside of it. These stickers that are sort of white background, they just don't like stand out from the white page as much as I would like, so I am going around them with a pen to just make them pop a little bit. And I'm going to do that with the flag here as well. You can do this with any kind of pen. I'm doing it just with my friction pen. But I like the difference that that makes. I just think that makes that event pop out a little bit more. I'm going to go back in with my gel pen on these because these have dried, I'm sure, by now. And I'm just putting in A's. These are my son, Andrew, his swimming, so this A is for Andrew. There are a couple of teeny little flowers on this Bill of Beautiful sheet. And I'm just going to grab one of those, if I can get it off of here, and put it up here as like a bullet point. Just a little dot of pink there. And then back in my sticker book, I am going to select a few of these stickers. I think I'm going to take this, I'm going to need my tweezers to grab these. Take this little square in the lighter pink, which is really subtle, but pretty, and layer it with the darker pink little hexagon. And that's just something I need to remember for school for my son. And I'm going to put the remainder of the pink checkbox there for a couple of to-dos for Friday. And one thing that I almost always do on Friday is hit the grocery store because we are usually gone for the weekend on the boat, so I'm always kind of loading up our meals for the boat. But I'm just going to put this here. Since I only have 3 slots in my to-do list, I'm going to put the grocery separate, and that came off of this sheet as well. It just says the word grocery. And then on my Bo Bunny sheet, there's a little grocery cart. My other stamp didn't take the dye ink as well. I'm going to go back to pigment ink for this one. And sometimes clear stamps, depending on what they're made with, they just don't like the dye ink because of the pooling. So I have a stamp that says to-do list here from the Clearly Kelly set, and this is called Kelly's Home Planner, I believe. And so I'm just going to use that to top this here. Also from this set, one of the reasons I bought this set is because when we're gone at our, at our kind of our cottage in the summer, I make trips home, but it's periodic. So when I go home, I kind of have a list of things I want to accomplish while I'm there. So it has this little stamp that says at home, and then it has all these cool things that you do, around the house. And normally I don't put these on there because I'm doing them every day. I'm always doing laundry at the house. I'm always doing this, that, and the other thing. But when I'm going home maybe once a week or something, there's sort of a little checklist that I have when I do go home. I want to water the plants, or I got to remember it's trash day, or throw a big load of laundry in, or whatever. So, so I've gone ahead and stamped in several of these items that are on my checklist when I go home. And I actually added one more stamp from that set up here because this is the day we have our house cleaned. So I wanted to just make a note of that. So I have these little black triangles in this sticker, and then a little black geometric up here, and I thought it would tie nicely together to use this black triangle washi across the bottom as well. So I'm going to do that just right along the top of the line that's in this paper. And I'm going to tear it behind this sticker, or at the edge of the sticker, to make it look like it goes behind it. And okay, also in that Bo Bunny set, there is this little fork and knife and plate. So I'm going to put those along the bottom in the soft pink ink, and that way I can sort of write my meal plans over the top of that. So I have to be honest, I'm not in love with the impression that I'm getting with these stamps using the dye ink. I seem to get a very nice impression using the pigment ink, but maybe these stamps just aren't designed to be used with dye ink. I did try stamping off several times, and I tried using an eraser to sort of season them, and just not having great luck with those. So I think I'll stick to pigment ink with those from now on. But the nice thing about these is they're just sort of a general shape. I'm going to write over the top anyway, so I'm okay with it for this week. So I'm going back to this larger sort of appointment stamp. Whoops, gonna get that on my block. And I'm going to put that here on Saturday. So I'm finishing the video here with a voiceover because the last little part of my stamping for the weekend did not get captured on video. But you can see that the last thing that I had done on the video was stamp this event with the flag, and I used that for the time trials for my son's swim team. And then I chose the banner flag with the little chevron, black and white, and the sunglasses to indicate an evening get-together that we have with some friends. So that takes care of Saturday. And we don't have much going on Sunday at all. We're just going to relax this weekend. So I used that little sticker that says have fun. And then I did just a little sideways banner where I wrote the word plan and stamped next week underneath it because I do typically plan for the following week at some point over the weekend. So I apologize that the process for these last few items weren't captured on film, but I did have fun putting this week together. I'm sorry, I felt like this video was a little bit choppy and I was all over the place, so I apologize that it was very long and that I don't think it was as smooth as it could have been. But I'm still getting my arms around these Plan With Me videos. My brain is sort of stream of consciousness with these things, and ideas just sort of come to me on the fly. So I wish I had it mapped out a little better for you, but thanks so much for hanging in there with me for this long video. I do hope that there was something in here that caught your eye or inspired you or something that you want to try. And as always, I am so grateful that you join me and that we can share in this space. Have a terrific day, and I'll see you next time.